I thought this video might help a few people with regard to link building or getting guest posts, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I contacted someone who owned an automotive site, and put simply, I basically was quite polite and said, look, I was wondering if you could give me some idea of what exactly you content you want. I was led to believe it was like an engineering site, so I'd basically have to do a sort of an engineering themed car article in order to get one. And I also basically put forward as an idea, which may have helped him, but he seemed a bit too big headed to accept. I said to him, would you be interested in me giving you a link, you give me one back, which I thought was a reasonable request. He then just basically told me something kind of cheeky and said it's not free. So, I mean, I wasn't too bored about paying $99 for a guest post, but personally, just the way he replied back to me, I just thought it was kind of cheeky, so that's the reason I never took a guest post. Because one of the things you should be aware of when it comes to guest posting or link building in any forum, there's quite a lot of people who will say to you, this is a do follow link. So you think, okay, this is a do follow one for basically ever. Then you recheck it, it goes to no follow within 6 months or a year later, or they simply delete your link without telling you. That is something you should be aware of. This is why I recommend to certain people that if you're not using a software like Ahrefs, you can actually buy software which actually let you know when exactly a link is live or not. You can do it if you want to for free. You can use Google Sheets and just basically check it yourself manually, or you pay someone to check it for you. That's something you can do quite easy. Or if they reword your content to make it look worse, if they add up your links and that kind of stuff. So that's something you should be aware of. And when regarding to buying links or getting links of people, if it's for your own site, to me it doesn't really matter as much. But if it's for a client site and you basically sell a link to the person for just for around say $200, you sell a guest post to them for $200, saying something like this: "Hey, this is high quality link. This is in the tech niche. Would you be willing to pay $200 for this? This site ranks for such and such keywords. Say for say 1,000. This is a quality site. It's got good authority behind it. Would you be willing to pay $200 for me to get the link for you?" That kind of stuff. So if you basically get paid by a client, then you would be expected to make sure the link stays live basically as long as possible. Or if it's a thing which is like a rented guest post, which you do get a wee bit sometimes in higher niches or PBNs, you then have to say to your client, this is basically a rent cost. This means if you stop paying me or the other person, your site will generally go offline or stop working. That's something you should be willing to tell your client if you're doing guest posts as a paid job or some sort of money you're getting paid to do the link building for them. This is why if you meet people like the one I've described before about having a big ego, they're often, to be blunt, more trouble than they're worth. And with regard to websites in general, there is basically an unlimited supply of sites you get links for, whether it's in the car niche, whether it's in health, technology, software, SEO, website design, or any other niche in the world. There is basically an unlimited supply of links, meaning if person A tells you can't get a link of them, person B says yes, person C says yes, person D says no. So always be aware if there is other options for you with regards to doing link building for your own site or your client's site alike. And if you ever suspect that someone's, probably going to delete your link, which it does happen, then be aware if you're going to be doing this for your client work or clients, you want to generally try and make sure the person you get the link from one way or another is someone you can trust, someone who will keep the link live at least a year, so then you won't have any trouble with your client saying, look, I've lost all these links, it's all your fault, that kind of stuff. That's something you should be aware of. I mean, if I lose a link today, I'll be completely honest with my own sites, I don't really care because I've always got new links coming from different places. And if I lose 1, 2, 5, whatever, it's not the end of the world. If it's a very high authority one, it may irritate me a wee bit, but that's about as much as I take it. I'll just basically try and get the link back if possible, or I'll find a better quality site link to replace it with. So that's something you should be aware of when it comes to link building. Link building is still basically the biggest ranking factor in Google. I'm not getting into the argument on page, off page, that kind of stuff, but put simply, backlinks are still very important or desirable to Google, and they will probably be for at least the near future, maybe forever, I don't know, since Google itself is an ever-growing change in business regarding how their algorithm works and other things. Anyway, that's all the video. Thanks, have a good day, and see you.